Greetings. In this video today, we will cover how to find science articles and science magazines for middle school. We will start on kybl.org, and what I want to do today is look first for science magazines. So here in the quick search, I'm not going to enter a search term. I'm just going to click go. And we are going to actually do a title search for publications. So here in the blue bar, I'm going to publication title search, and I am just going to search for science. There are some recommendations of titles with science included, but I am just going to search science at this moment. So if I scroll down, I see science news. If I click full text access, this shows me all the databases where I can find the publication science news. So I am actually going to go into Middle Search Plus. And I can do two things here. I can do a search within this publication, here above the title, or I can go to a particular issue. And as you see, we have a number of years available. So if I wanted to browse the November 9th issue, I can click on this, and it will show me all the articles available in the November 9th issue of Science News. We have immune response and cancer therapy, the structure of the cosmic web revealed, physicists find a new faux particle, brain waves, Nobel Prize winners announced, and so on. Now I'm just going to pull up this Saturn is crowned Moon King so I can show a few things. There is HTML full text available, but I also have PDF full text available, and that looks like the original from the publication. So here's a brief article about Saturn with some statistics, and from here I can do a number of things. I can download this article to my hard drive or a thumb drive. I can throw this into Google Drive. Now, before I started my session, I actually had already logged into my Google Drive. So let me show you what happens. Here is my EBSCO folder. And here is Saturn is crowned Moon King. Now, if you're in a G Suite district, chances are you're going to have a Google Classroom icon here near the Google Drive icon. But if you don't have it, that's okay. You can still throw it in Google Drive. You can also print it. As I said, you can download it. If I choose to email it, there's a nice feature here. If I email this to myself, I can also email it to others. And then I can choose my citation format. So what will happen is I will get an email from EBSCO with the PDF of the article attached, and within the email it will actually have the citation included as well. There is a citation link here where I can scroll down and find my citation type. So if I wanted APA, I can copy this and throw it into a Word doc, a text file, and then it also would have the permalink to the article included. There is a permalink icon. So this is a link straight to this article, and I can copy and paste this into a Word doc, a Google Doc, a HyperDoc. So if I was creating a HyperDoc with several articles that I wanted my students to read, I could copy this link and put it in the document. A note, do not copy the URL up in the web address. That is this session only, and it won't get you back to this article in the future. You need to grab the permalink, or you need to get the permalink out of the citation. All right, back to results. If I wanted to search within this issue, say somebody told me that there was a really interesting article about trees in the November 9th Science News, I could do a search. And here we have an article called Tree Sleuths. And so again, it looks just like the original. We've got the multi-page article here. We've got some charts. We've got images. This is about tree identification, DNA barcoding, stable isotope analysis, and more. And again, I can download this article as PDF. I can print it. I can throw it into Google Drive. So there you saw it happen real time. There's the article. I can email it to somebody or myself. I can get the citation, or I can get the permalink. Let's go back to our publication title search. So one of the titles that's available is Science World. And if you notice, we have Science World, and then we have Science World Teachers Edition. So if I look at Science World, and look at full text access, here we have it in middle search. So I can do a search within Science World, or I can go to a particular issue. So let's look at the October issue of Science World. The Bizarre Quest for Artificial Blood looks interesting. So I can look at this article. And again, I can print it, I can email it, I can get the citation. And then if I go back to my title search, I can pull up the Teacher's Edition, do full text access, and I can pull up the October issue, pull up the PDF, and then here's the teacher's guide to the October 21st. It's admittedly not as pretty. I couldn't say why that is, but we have standards, we have lesson plans, we have some printables here. And so it doesn't look like it covers every article, but it's certainly something. Oh, here it is. So this is what I was interested in. The Bizarre Quest for Artificial Blood. So we have the standards. We have featured lesson plan. Now we don't have the full package to Science World for Teachers, but this certainly gives you some help in teaching a particular unit on artificial blood or talking about blood compatibility, that sort of thing. So that is something to look for. There are also digital textbooks. There's a life science textbook. There's a physical science textbook. There's a publication called Science Activities. That we can look at. Let's do the full text access. And we're going to open up master file, and let's see what we have. And as I understand it, this is published annually. And so that's just something to look at. Back on kyvl.org, there's a couple things that we can do still. I'm actually going to go to for K-12 students and choose middle. And then Middle Search Plus is built just for middle school students. So we've got a school district that every year the middle school, one of the middle grades reads The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And so what they're looking at is genetic testing, things like that. So if I was interested in genetics or genes, I could look into that. So here we have genetic testing as one of the topics that I can choose, and I can click search. And then we've got almost 400 articles that either typically that genetic testing is in the subjects. So you look here, you'll see genetic testing. Cancer Gap, so Time Magazine, Science News. We do have some encyclopedia articles that are available. If that's something you're interested in, you can leave that in there, but what you can do over here on the left-hand side under source types is narrow down to just magazines. We still have almost 300 that cover genetic testing. And over here again on the left, we have limiters and we have a date slider. So I am actually interested in more recent. So I just slide the bar, and now it's going to pull articles from 2014 to 2019. And so now I have almost 60. That's a much more manageable list. I could do a secondary search in this second field if there was a particular topic I was interested in, or if I wanted to learn about CRISPR. Let's just see if there is something about CRISPR, and there's not. That's just a little bit beyond middle school. So let's just go back to genetic testing and back to magazines. Back on kyvl.org, a student could do a quick search. They could specify middle school and type genetic testing and click go. And this will actually pull from resources that are, for the most part, appropriate for middle school. We do have some academic journals that sneak in. So what I'm actually going to do again is narrow by magazines. And then I'm going to use my slider bar as well. But it's misbehaving at the moment. I probably have too many windows open and my internet cache is getting confused. But it is something that you can do, is use that middle search. Specific to middle school in quick search to look for a topic. If you have any questions, you can email us at kyvl@ky.gov. You can also on kyvl.org go to About, click Contact Us, and we have an 800 number. And typically during the day, this orange button says chat is online. You can also reach us via chat till 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If there's anything else we can help with, just let us know. Thank you.